Hey guys, welcome back to Travel Check-ins with Saidah
and Germaine.
So today we are talking about a huge dream of mine from the last, I would say, probably the last year. I have been wanting to live full-time in a hotel, and I think Germaine and I have been researching the idea of living full-time in a hotel, and this year we have actually been able to live full-time in a hotel. So we've been living in a hotel full-time for how long now?
Since August, so September, October, November, 3 months.
Okay, so we've been living in a hotel full-time for 3 months. We've been living in a hotel abroad. We left the U.S. in August and moved to Nairobi, right? And we've been here for 3 months, and we've been living in a hotel. And I know that when you watched our last videos, you're probably thinking we were tripping, but this is something we wanted to do. And today we want to talk about some of the perks of living in a hotel. So let me just tell you a little bit about Germaine and I. We're both grandparents. I'm a grandma, and he's a grandpa.
I hope so.
And he's 51, I'm 47. And we left the U.S. not because we hated the U.S. We actually love the U.S. We were born in America. We're Americans.
Right.
But we decided to move to Nairobi, Kenya. And we weren't sure about where we were going to be living. We came here initially and we booked a hotel for about a week, right?
Yeah, we booked a hotel about a week, and then we knew we were going to try to find somewhere else to live. But
yeah, so what was the plan? So how did we come to the point of living in a hotel?
When we were going to the Airbnb, when we were about to leave the hotel, we said, well, we're going to be looking for places to live. And they said, well, wait a minute, maybe we can work something out here. We have some things available. So
yeah,
we just kind of did the tour, and then we decided to be here.
So we found out that they did have apartments actually available in this hotel. And you know, you hear about celebrities living in hotels and you're like, okay, wow, what it would be like to live in a hotel. But we did move here. We were looking for a place to stay, and we went around and we looked at a few apartments. And what were our thoughts on the apartments?
We didn't really like them, just to be honest with you. I don't know how else to put them. We didn't really like them.
What we want to talk about today is the conveniences of living in a hotel over an apartment, because we were going to continue looking for an apartment. But then we stayed here and we started weighing the pros and cons, and we were like, should we actually move out?
Well, the thing is, right, we were kind of, before we decided to move to Kenya, we were already kind of looking at what would hotel living be like. How expensive was it? The travel around. It was mostly Africa and Asia we were talking about looking at anyway. So we were kind of already prepared mentally, I guess you could say.
Yes.
To maybe make that move. I didn't know it was going to be
so soon, right?
Not so soon, and I didn't know how much it was going to really cost.
And I didn't know it was going to be in Africa. I thought our first experience living in a hotel was going to be in Asia.
That's when most people from the U.S. seem to go.
But God had different plans,
right.
And when we arrived here, we were introduced to the idea of maybe living in a hotel. And so we had to weigh the pros and cons. We were like, okay, should we continue looking for an apartment, or should we just stay in a hotel? One thing is the cost of living here is a little bit more than what we would pay in, let's say, an Airbnb for the month, or an apartment for a furnished apartment for a month. Now you got to keep in mind, we are specifically only looking for furnished apartments. We are not looking for anything unfurnished. We don't want to source furniture. We don't want to shop for furniture.
Not right now.
Not right now. So we are specifically talking about prices for furnished apartments. And so one of the benefits of living here in a hotel versus living, say, in an apartment is the convenience and the ease of living. So right now we have housekeeping. So we have housekeeping twice a week, right?
Right.
We get to choose the days that the housekeeper comes. We get to specify how we want things clean, which I really like. Yeah.
They make the beds twice a week, like linens, towels.
Fresh towels.
Take the trash.
Clean the kitchen if we want them to, but
Yeah,
usually I don't
we
have
do
them
that.
clean the kitchen.
Yeah.
Mop the floors,
Vacuum a little bit. Small
vacuum, clean the bathrooms.
They basically keep it clean. We just have to clean up after we cook, really. That's what we do. And that's really all the cleaning that we do, right?
Yep, they replenish everything. They bring fresh bathrobes, fresh slippers.
Right.
So it's really convenient. We just have to do like little basic cleaning throughout the week. Like when we cook or like if we eat something, we just kind of clean up. Another convenience is, and the thing is, you can get housekeeping if you get an apartment too. A lot of the apartments do have housekeeping. So that alone wasn't the reason for us staying here, the fact that there was housekeeping, right?
No.
Okay, so another convenience here is the fact that we have a dishwasher.
Yeah, a dishwasher and a washing machine.
Yeah, so when we stayed at the Airbnb had a washer dryer combo.
Right.
Here we have a washer dryer combo.
Right.
But we also have a dishwasher.
And they have some dishes here too.
Dishwasher, dishes, that's another thing, right?
It's not fluid, the dishwashing powder.
Yep, they provide the dishwashing powder. Yeah, we have, so that's another convenience that we weren't seeing in apartments, a dishwasher. And I'll tell you, like me and Germaine, we do make a lot of dishes throughout the day. And if we didn't have a dishwasher, we would be washing a lot of dishes, and I would probably have housekeeping actually clean the kitchen, because when we first came, they would actually wash any dishes they saw in the sink.
I'm not even staying long term in a place that doesn't have a dishwasher. I'm not gonna. I'm just not doing it.
So when we do start looking for an apartment again, a dishwasher is just something that we know we want.
Yeah.
When we're looking for a place. And I don't know how common that is here, but that is a perk that we definitely like about this particular
It's common
hotel.
enough, they have it.
Yes. Let's see, maintenance. Let's talk about maintenance.
Well, I mean, if anything breaks, we just call somebody and they come fix it. Whether it's the dishwasher, none of that stuff is broken yet. But say the towel, what do you call it?
The towel rack.
Yeah, call somebody to fix that. Something happened. What's this?
The wallpaper kinda came
and all
loose.
that kind of stuff. They came and fixed it.
The drain had a slow drain
Yeah.
at one time. And
Any maintenance issues, really,
they
you just
come
call.
pretty much the same day, unless we request that they come a different day.
Yeah.
Just because of like, if we're working or busy, we don't want them to come.
Right. It takes a lot of stress off of you.
Yeah, you don't have to repair anything. So let's talk about utilities.
We don't have any.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't pay any light bill. We don't pay any water bill. We don't pay any internet bill. We have great high-speed internet here. So that's just like another responsibility off our plate in terms of moving to a new country, especially if you're a foreigner moving to a new country. You may not know where to go to get the water turned on, or where to go to get the lights turned on, or where to go to get the internet turned on. And being able to move into a place that everything is set up for you and you can just kind of launch right into your new life and then kind of figure those things out as you go in, that's definitely something that kind of takes the stress out of moving to another country too, right?
Right. You don't want to be dealing with all that stuff if you don't have to. I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with anything if you can't tell already. I don't want to deal with nothing I don't have to.
Yeah, it's definitely true. So it's good. Even if you're just visiting long term, having hotel living as an option is definitely something that's good, because if you're going to move somewhere for 3 months and rent an Airbnb for 3 months, or say you're going to try to get an apartment for 3 months, then you do have to figure out lights, water, internet, and how their system works in that country.
Yeah, if you live in a hotel, right? So what else do you need? You got to go get your food, I guess.
And you don't even have to get that, because Caddy 4 and all of these grocery stores deliver.
Right, they do. And usually most hotels have some sort of restaurant. But if you move into another country, you want it as less stress and stuff on your plate as you can have. I don't want to deal with all that.
It's true, because there are certain stresses that you deal with when you are living long term in another country, or just moving to another country, that you don't really really realize, like even when we first came here, trying to figure out Safaricom, that was another thing. Like it's all these little things you have to do, and not having to worry about your light, water, internet is definitely a big deal. Another benefit of being here is we save money on personal care items, specifically soap.
So yeah, the shampoo and stuff and the lotion, you can use it, but I'll be honest with you, you black, you need something to keep that ash off of you. This doesn't quite work.
Yeah,
the lotion's here.
The lotion here is just got that shea butter in there. It's no coconut oil.
No,
it's just more of a water base.
Brownish skin.
It's not made for the melanin.
Yeah.
So although we do get unlimited supply of lotion and shampoo and conditioner,
right. In a pinch is okay.
Yeah, it's good to have, but I still do buy my own shampoo just because, my 4C hair, I need moisture for my hair, and the shampoo and conditioner here just doesn't work for my hair. It dries my hair out. So that is a benefit. The soap is pretty good. It's not antibacterial soap, but it's good for washing your hands, and we keep antibacterial soap around. So, let's talk about other benefits. Let's talk about something new.
What?
Security. Maybe let's go back to security.
No, I mean, we can do security because it's a whole lot of them here, right? They don't have guns, but
it's a whole lot of security.
It's a lot of eyes. So
yes.
It's a security guard on every floor now.
CCTV in every corner.
Yeah, every corner of the hallways.
Yes.
Probably about 6-7 guards outside in front of the gate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a whole lot. So you're not really worried about. Be honest with you, most hotels seem pretty safe anyway. Don't, unless you go into a dump, which I don't think you want to move in a hotel living in a dump.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I don't know if every hotel in Nairobi has security. Because what about Malele? We stayed at Malele before. I don't recall security there.
No, they got a big gate up there though.
Yeah, but we got a big gate here. We still have security, but it's just different.
I don't remember. That was 2016. I hadn't been there since.
Well, yeah, but anyway, most places here do have security. Even the Airbnbs we stayed in, they had security.
Right.
But there's just a lot of security here. So if you're thinking about am I going to be secure?
In Nairobi, I don't know about these other places.
Yeah, and it just depends because not every country is the same. Like if you go to places like South Korea, you're going to have security at your hotels. Same if you come to Kenya. Right. So another benefit of living in a hotel is the fact that you have concierge service. I don't know about when you live in apartments. I've never lived in an apartment where I could call down and have someone book a restaurant for me or book an event for me. But if I have an event I want to go to, let's say I want to do a safari here in Nairobi, or I want to do a safari or visit the Giraffe Center, I can reach out to the front desk and they can put that together for me. So even that is another thing that's taken off of your plate when you are visiting a country or you're staying in a hotel. So let's talk about the amenities.
Well, we have a pool, but it's to be honest with you, I only get in the pool when it's over 90 degrees. Fahrenheit, they do Celsius here. It never is, so I don't know if I'm getting in the pool, just to be honest with you.
Yeah. It hasn't been warm enough here in Kenya. Because even now, y'all see I got this sweatshirt on. Today is kind of chilly here. But yes, definitely being able to have access to a pool. What are some of the other amenities we have?
And it's only chilly because I guess you get to the used to the Nairobi weather, because it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a pretty good day in the state. Yeah,
but you remember the sun had went behind the clouds earlier today and it just got cool all of a sudden?
What, it got 69?
I don't know. It was cool.
Okay.
And I wasn't the only person saying it was cool today.
I mean, she been here her whole life, but if you coming from the States, 70 degrees
it was
is
cool.
not cold.
It was cool. It was cool, okay?
Well,
I got a sweatshirt and pants on. It was cool today. So, the other amenity we have is one that Germaine takes advantage of every single day.
Oh, the gym? Yeah, see, that to me, that's more important than anything else, because that gym, I don't have to leave. I walk out, probably about 15 feet, get in the elevator, and get off on the floor of the gym.
Right. And even the quality of the gym, because
It's
talk
pretty
about
good.
that. Like, everybody says, oh, go move to this building or move to that building. It has a gym. Talk about the differences between gyms.
Well, first of all, I don't have to get cold, and I don't have to get hot, and I don't have to get wet. I don't have to get anything. I'm in the air conditioning, going down to the gym and coming back from the gym, and the equipment is pretty good. To be honest with you, this hotel gym is better than you're going to get at most apartment complexes, just to be honest with you. Because it's made for business people and transient people. So it's going to be a better quality usually.
Yeah, and it's the size of the gym is nice and big. Like, we've gone and looked at apartments, and the gym is like, I know y'all use square meters here, but the gym is like really small. It'll be a 12 by 12 room or a 10 by 10 room with just a little bit of equipment in there. And some of the equipment is outdated.
So if you work out, you're going to need a gym membership at some of these places. This place, I would like, it's some things I'm missing, but not enough to make me go buy a gym membership. I can make do here.
And it was one building we looked at. You had to go up to the roof, walk out in the elements.
I mean, but that's kind of typical, right?
Through the laundry.
I just don't want to do it.
And then you're outside. Then it had the Asian, European, I don't even know what countries have these toilets, but the ones where you have to, it's down in the floor.
You gotta squat.
And you have to squat. Like, I'm not about that life. When I'm living in my apartment, I want to be able to use an American style toilet, like a bidet, elongated toilet,
And
dual
to be fair,
flush.
that's the toilet in the gym, not in the apartment.
Right, it wasn't the toilet in the apartment, but it was the toilet in the gym. So those kinds of things are things that we look at, and because Germaine does work out on a regular basis, he's
You don't
looking.
work out on a regular basis?
Don't do that. Because we work out on a regular basis. I like that, thank you. Because we work out on a regular basis, he looks for specific things in a gym. Me, I'm just like, if I see a gym, I'm like, whatever, I'll try to make it work. But for you, you know, you want to make sure your muscles are, you know.
Nah, you don't let that happen anymore. I just make sure I'm okay. I don't get old.
Okay, so another amenity that I really like is the spa. We have a sauna and we have a steam room, and I don't have to leave the building for the sauna and the steam room. I go down, it's right in the area with the gym. I can go in there, I can do sauna, I can do steam. And it's just convenient. I don't have to make an appointment. I don't have to go to a wellness spa or anything like that. Now, if I want other things done, I do. But even here, you can make an appointment for a masseuse, and the masseuse will come and give you a massage. So those are some of the things that are just perks of living in a hotel that we really enjoy. Let's talk about fine dining, or just dining in general. I don't know if we call it fine. I think it's called fine, but the dining here is good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we don't use it a lot.
We did when we stayed, so we stayed here for a week as a hotel. We stayed in a hotel room.
Right, we had different benefits.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we did use the restaurants.
Well, see, this is the thing, right? Our circumstance here is a little different, but if you try to, you can negotiate with hotels. So if you have status with a hotel, you get to eat at those restaurants and all that. We just can't really use our status right now because how we negotiate it.
But if we do want to go down and eat at the restaurant, we do get a discount.
We do.
And we also get a discount if we want to access the lounge. But like some of those perks that come along with staying here is we do get lounge access on some of the weeks of our stay. So that's an extra added benefit, and that saves us money on groceries sometimes.
Right.
Let's see. So also in this hotel, there are special event spaces. And so if you're putting together an event or you have something going on, you can have the meeting rooms or business centers or lounges. Another added perk, just to talk about lounges, is not only can we work inside of our room, but there is space outside of our room. There's like a atrium / foyer area where we can sit and work. There's also spaces throughout the hotel with comfortable seating where we can sit and work. There's places places we can plug our laptops up and our phones and charge anything we need to charge. We can meet with people in those areas, not like a big, long, drawn-out meeting, but like small meetings. We can meet with people, meet with friends, have friends over, right? We don't have to necessarily entertain in our apartment.
We don't, but we do.
But we've entertained down in the Fort
We
area.
did once, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just so beneficial.
Depending on what you need.
Yeah, just depending on what you need. But a lot of times we do have guests over in our room for security and privacy reasons. Some of the conversations we talk about. We talked about security. Let's talk about the advantages of when you stay in a hotel. You're usually not in the boondocks. You're usually not out in a remote area or a rural area.
Yeah, location's always good.
Yes, the locations, yeah.
Right.
So let's talk about that. Why does location matter when you're living in a hotel?
I mean, if you're new to the place, you want to be close to the kind of shopping and grocery stores and malls and that kind of thing. And usually a hotel is fairly close to it. This one is what? Well, we got stuff all around us.
Yes. Grocery stores are in walking distance. Malls are in walking distance. We have restaurants everywhere you turn. We can eat Indian food one night for dinner. We can eat Kenyan food one night for dinner. We can eat Ethiopian food, Asian food. It's just like an international culinary buffet all around where we live. So that's one of the other benefits as well. I don't think we have as much access to local food.
Just a little bit, not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
Ethiopian place right up the street.
Yeah, but that's not local. I'm talking about more like the
that's true. We're in Kenya, we're not Ethiopia.
more the Choma and stuff like that. Like we don't have a lot of those places, but actually we have one that's not too far.
We do. I just don't venture everywhere.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of street food around now. We do have some street food around here, but living in like a hotel just puts you in the heart of everything. You're going to be close to everything, and you'll be able to really get a sense of whatever city it is you're staying in. Let's talk about unique lifestyle perks. You said you wanted to talk about networking opportunities. And how living in the hotel gives you the opportunity to meet business professionals, travelers, and influencers. And that was the case for us.
You say I say that?
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not really a networker like that.
Yeah, me either. I mean, if you want to do those sort of things, right? If you want to network, business opportunities, all that, because you got people coming from everywhere here. So all different countries, continents. So if that's your thing and you want to mingle and just network, you can easily do that.
And I say I'm not like a networker, but you see, I started talking to that couple that left the other day. So I am a networker sometimes.
I mean, yes, networking is different things, right?
Yeah.
Some of it's just being friendly and you're talking about just any old thing.
Right, because we did meet some travelers from the U.S. The other day, and we exchanged information. So yes, you are definitely going to meet people from all over the place when you're staying at a hotel. Because,
unless you just don't want to.
Yeah, because it's just travelers and business people coming in. There are so many meetings from all kinds of people that are typically held in hotels. Like when I look on the meeting agenda, even for this hotel, like all the major businesses within this area are usually having meetings at this hotel. So yeah, definitely if you are wanting to connect with people, living in a hotel is going to allow you to do that. Now, if you live in a place like an apartment, I notice you are living more amongst locals versus living in a hotel. So if you want to live amongst locals or you want to live amongst more expats, then you might want to consider an apartment.
Right.
But for us, it doesn't really matter. That doesn't really matter to us. That's not high on our priority list.
Not right now.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the personalized services that they have. So some hotels will allow you to pick certain scents for your room, certain pillow types for your room, versus like when you go to an apartment and it's a furnished apartment, you're at the mercy of whatever they provide. And I know the Airbnb we stayed at, that bed was so hard.
Right. Usually a hotel normally has, a decent hotel has good beds anyway.
And nice pillows. Every time we leave a hotel, we're like, ooh, where they bought some pillows from?
Yeah.
Germaine has been on a hunt to find good pillows for our house back in the U.S. We don't need them now. And he's bought some pillows that he thought would be equivalent.
Junk.
But some hotels you go to, they do allow you to choose the scents, like the Thompson Hotel. Oh man, that hotel smells so good.
When you start getting Thompson, you start getting on a little bit different level.
Yeah, but that's just an example of what I mean. That hotel always smells so good. Even the lotions and the body washes and the shampoos that they provide, they're just like top notch.
Yeah, but if you're gonna be staying in a hotel, you probably not staying at that kind of hotel. Just to be honest.
Not long term, but
right.
if
you trying to, we talk about living in a hotel. Yeah, that's something foreign. That's something different.
So since Germaine is the expert of us too on loyalty points and perks, I'm going to let him explain how loyalty programs can add value through upgrades, late checkouts, and other perks that you're able to get at hotels.
Well, I won't get deep into it. What I would say, if you're going to be living in a hotel or you travel a lot, you probably need to pick your primary hotel program. So I'll let you decide which one you want to do. But
what are some of the hotel programs they can choose from?
Hyatt, that's the one we do. You got Hilton, you got Marriott, and you have IHG. IHG in the United States, to be honest with you, it's a little, but overseas, no, it's a little bit different, especially in, I would say Asia, maybe a little more in Africa, but overseas, IHG has a little bit more worth. But we do Hyatt. So, and if you can use a program, because you want to build all your points primarily in one program if you can, versus having them spread out all over the place. Because if you want to have a free night or you want to get status, right, you have to build it. You can have a whole bunch of points in different grocery stores, but if you use one grocery store, those points are going to build faster, right? So same concept. You have to find your hotel that you really like and have a backup too now.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's definitely a great experience, but there are some downsides that you need to consider, and that is cost consideration. So, babe, I'll let you talk about this part because I know you mostly handle like the booking and the managing of our points and the managing of our stays. So talk briefly about the high costs and whether it's a worthwhile investment.
I think it depends on the person, right? For us it is, because first of all, we still don't have our visa, right? So living in the hotels make us more transient, right? We can move around. We don't have to sign a lease. So if our visa's up in 2 weeks, we get up, pack up, we build points since we're here. So we got to go somewhere for a week, 2 weeks, month, 2 months, whatever, right? We have some points to help us stay at another hotel for free. So that whole not signing a lease, I don't know why that's big for me, but that cost is gonna cost you a little bit more now, just to be on the upfront.
Yeah.
But on the back end, at least for us, I think we come out either break even or a little bit on top, and I like our perks that we get.
And I think like once we finish going through this experience, we'll do a cost breakdown and talk about like how much did it cost us to live in a hotel? Was it worth it? Was it beneficial? If you guys want to see that video, let us know down in the comment section below, because we don't want to create videos that nobody wants to watch.
Waste my time. Right,
so we're not trying to waste no time. But once we finish this experience, if you want to know like what the cost breakdown was, what we spent, what our rewards were and all of that, let us know in the comment section, and we'll definitely go over that, because I know a lot of people are considering leaving the U.S. and living outside of the U.S. and there are more options than this Airbnb. Yeah. There are more options than buying a property. There are more options than renting a property. A hotel may be something that could work for you. There is a cost consideration, but there's also, you have to determine, is it going to be a worthwhile investment? And
You
for
can
us,
negotiate anyway a lot of times with these front desks on long-term stays.
right.
So,
Yeah, and for us, so far, it's been a worthwhile investment.
Right.
One of the other downsides to consider when living in a hotel is space limitations. So I know you guys, like some of you, Kenyans, jump down our throat about why we spend so much money for such a small space. But for us, as empty nesters, having a small space is something we were really looking for. And this space is not really small to us.
it's bigger than those apartments we were at. I
It
can tell you
is.
that. So, I'm trying to think if I could just do a quick, in my head, it's probably about 1,600 square feet, I guess. Maybe between 12 and 16. Nothing too big, but nothing too small. It's just two of us anyway.
Yeah, it's just two of us. We have a decent sized kitchen. We have a large bathroom, a large bedroom, a second bathroom, a large living room. Like, we don't need much more. And then, like I said, we also have like public spaces or common spaces, not public because it's not open to the public, but common spaces within the hotel where we can go sit and relax. There's outside balconies we can sit on. We can sit in the restaurant. We can go in the lounge. We can sit in the, we can go to the spa, the gym. So it's not like we're confined in an area, but space limitation may be an issue if you are looking for a large space. So a hotel may not work for you if you just need to have 2,000 or 5,000 square feet.
It depends on what you want, man. I want convenience. I came here to do, I don't want to do any extra work. I'm not cutting grass. I'm doing minimal cleaning. I mean, I'm here for convenience, right? It takes all the stress of being in a foreign place. It just takes it away so you can enjoy where you are. You can see if you really like it, right? You were able to see, because once you have these little stresses on top of you, then it just messes your trip up, or however you want to call it.
Yeah, your time in that
here.
country, yeah. The other downside of living in a hotel is the lack of personalization. So, yeah, when you move into a hotel or you move into a place that's furnished, you don't get to personalize it really with your own home decor, but
I don't care.
yeah, Germaine doesn't care about it that much. For me, decor is important,
Zero.
but decor does matter to you a little bit.
Like what?
You know, remember that pink chair that was in the Airbnb?
Yeah, but we talking about the hotel.
Well, but I said if you get into a furnished Airbnb,
Right.
you have the same issue.
Oh, yeah.
If you get into any furnished place, when you're looking at it, because remember I was looking at an Airbnb that had the boho chic style with all the plants and stuff.
I'm not going there.
You was like, no.
But what I'm talking about is like being in a hotel, right? It's normally, it's modern, but it's plain. I'm cool with that. I have no issue with that. I don't need it.
This one is modern and it's plain, but not every hotel is the same. So sometimes you will deal with the fact that
But find you one.
it'll lack a sense of personal home decor. But you know, God has been so gracious to us when we came here. Like, I love the decor, and if you guys watch our previous videos, you'll see like when we show different rooms, the style is actually different in some of the rooms. There's little differences in some of the rooms, so I like that.
And once you get used to your particular hotel program, you'll kind of know what you're dealing with anyway to a certain extent. If you go to different hotels, you can kind of see, okay, I see what they're doing over there. I'm okay with it. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, Hyatt decorates different than Marriott, right?
Yes.
So if you've been to enough Hyatts, like, you start to see they kind of decorate the same. Like Hyatt has different tiers, but once you know the tiers, you can say, okay, that's decorated like a Thompson, that's decorated like a Hyatt house or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're kidding.
But I will tell you guys, when you start comparing a Hyatt in the US to a Hyatt overseas, you're going to be pleasantly
I
surprised.
think all of them.
Any hotel, because like a Hyatt Regency, I know what to expect in the US, but then when we came to a Hyatt Regency in Africa, it's different. It's like the standard is even a little bit higher in terms of the decor, because the furniture here is super heavy, it's super high quality.
It is.
It's not what you would find at a Hyatt Regency in the US.
Not a typical Hyatt Regency.
Not a typical Hyatt Regency. So it's definitely feels like you get more bang for your buck when you are overseas and it comes to living in a hotel.
You do.
So, Germaine, Got a question for you.
Yep.
Is hotel living worth it for you?
For me right now it is, especially, okay, we've been here like, what, 3 months now? If we want to venture out, we can, but I definitely would recommend it for someone who's just coming into a new country to do the hotel for a month if you can. That way you get to learn the city. You might just find that you just want to stay in that hotel anyway and not have to deal with all this cleaning and doing all this extra stuff. So I would.
It's true. And for me, it's the simple things. It's like, I remember when we arrived here at the hotel, we stayed here for 4 days. And when we got to the hotel, we had, I think we had 3 large suitcases, 2 carry-ons, and 2 backpacks. We're getting here, we have been flying, traveling here. We had spread it out over a 2-day period, I think it was, or a 3-day.
We bought too much, by the way.
And so we got here, and when we got out, one of the things that I noticed is I didn't have to open my door when we pulled up to the hotel. I didn't have to touch my luggage. I didn't have to touch my bags. Like all of that stuff, when I got here to the lobby, they took all of our things, and Germaine was trying to grab some things. I wasn't trying to grab too much, but Germaine was like, you know, they were like, Mr. Washington, leave it. We got it. Mrs. Washington, we have it. Then they took us up. They said, your luggage will be in your room when you get there. We went and we did different things or whatever. Our luggage was delivered to our room later on. When we got to the room, there was fruit there. There was a welcome letter. There was waters. There was candy. Now, mind you, after we stayed here 4 days, we went to stay in the Airbnb. When we got to the Airbnb, the Uber driver was told he couldn't come in through the gate. We had to get out of the Airbnb, outside of the gate of the apartment, take all of our luggage. The sidewalk was not like straight paved, so it was like lumps and bumps in there. We're struggling with these 3 large suitcases, the 2 small ones, the backpacks. They don't help you bring your things in. Then you have to lug your stuff all the way. You have to find where you're going. So these are some of the things that to some people it doesn't matter, but for me it's definitely a big deal. It's like how you're received at a place is a big deal, and that's one of the big contrasts. So is living at a hotel worth it? Absolutely. So I want to know, and we want to know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on living in a hotel, and would you consider living in a hotel? Have you been thinking about living in a hotel? If so, let us know down in the comment section below. And y'all want to invite them to like, subscribe, comment, nothing? You just like, bye?
You asking me?
Yeah.
You're the like, subscribe person. That's not me.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure you share our video. Share our video with your friends on WhatsApp. Share our video on your YouTube page, and yeah, share our video with your friends and family members. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.